Hi everybody, it's Rexanna. Right now we are in the kitchen and we are getting ready to make a tea, and it is that time of year. A lot of people are getting sick, and really it's up to the person who knows everything about herbs to get in there and make some sort of blend. And right now, a lot of people are having a lot of coughs and a lot of colds and aches and fevers. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put what knowledge I have to support people in the coughs, colds, and flu section. So my knowledge of blending teas is going to come into play. And I hope that you've been watching my section in cough, colds, and flus, because I do have a playlist on my YouTube channel. And I've been talking quite a bit about echinacea, some tinctures. Fire cider is really good to boost your immune system. Fire cider, I'll put that in my description. If you haven't made fire cider, please, it's not too late. You can make fire cider. You can also make your elderberry syrup, which has lots of good properties in it. It's great for the entire family. You know, a lot of these things you can take daily. It takes that long to make. It takes a little bit more time to make. Like if you start making it, it takes a while to make this, like 3 and 4 weeks, sometimes 4 weeks. But once you get into, it's already made, it's in your refrigerator, it takes that long to take it, is what I'm saying. And then it's boosting your immune system. But what I'm saying is your immune system is what helps us get through this time of winter. You know, things are kind of slow, it gets cold. And taking care of our immune system is like our armed guards. They defend us, you know, when our defenses are down. This time of year, I hate it. We all get kind of laxed around the holiday season. We like to eat sweets, and sweets kind of suppresses the immune system a little bit. And so that's why I'm kind of talking about that. Some people don't really like sweets, and that's good. Some people have a natural immunity, and that's great. But for some of us, we just get carried away. And so this right now, this time of year when our days are shorter and we're not moving around as much, we're not getting as much sunlight, and so it kind of goes along those lines. You think, why do we have to go through this? Well, we just do. And so if you can take longer walks, whether it's getting dark or not, and if you can drink more water, and if you can take a hot bath with Epsom salt, if you can do something to warm yourself up and drink a medicinal tea when you're not really feeling that good, and it'll have some nutritional benefits in it. And do stuff that you normally would do in the summer, keep doing it in the winter, and get plenty of rest. Drink tons of water. Okay, those are a few things that I can encourage you to do, and just stay off the sweets. I'm going to be doing a detox program, and I'll bring you along with me on that detox program, and it might help you out, boost your immune system. But for today, what we're going to do is we're going to go over a tea blend that will support your lungs and help you to kind of boost your immune system. So if you're not really feeling that good, if you got a sore throat and you're really wanting to start feeling better faster, and you think, you know, I'm not quite to that stage where I'm feeling that bad, but I am starting to feel a little bad, this may help you. So what I've got is I've got this here is elecampane root, and I ordered this a couple months ago, and I ordered it from Southwest Botanicals. And this is a root, and it kind of looks like chunks of rocks. And so I didn't really want to, if you'll look at that, it looks like a bunch of rocks. Looks like gravel. So this is a parts method that I'm using. You can sell this. This is so good. But I didn't want to grind it up in my coffee grinder. So what I did is I actually, and I'm gonna let you look here. I'm boiling this. I'm not really boiling it, but I'm steeping it in here with my ginger root. I did 2 parts of this, and I just used my little cup, the littlest cup that I had. And you can use a 1/4 cup, a 1/3 cup, or two spoonfuls if you wanted to. But I just put it in here, and very low. I put a 1/4 cup of water, and because it takes a while to get this root softened up, and I may even put a little bit more water. This has been in here for about 30 minutes. And I may add a little bit more water, because the longer that you steep it, the water kind of escapes out. See, the water's turning brown. And I'm going to go over a few properties. These are really good to support your lungs. If you can hear my raspiness in my voice, I've kind of woke up, and my voice was kind of trying to leave me. So I'm going to support my throat and my lungs with this tea today. We're going to leave that on a kind of a low. And I'm going to go back over here while that's doing that. And I'm going to just we're going to go back over here, and we're going to talk about what else we want to put in our herbal blend to support our lungs and our respiratory system, because this is a really good tea. My husband and I are going to drink this tea tonight. And I thought, if you wanted to get out a pen and a piece of paper, I will put the recipe down in the description, but you might want to write this down, because this is something that you want to keep there with all your herbal recipes in a binder, because you don't want to always just run to YouTube. You want to have an herbal recipe and a guide for you to have right there beside you, so that in case something happens with you and your family, you have it right there beside you. And you say, oh, my family might be getting sick, so you can be the one to take care of your family. Okay? All right. So another really good one, I've got 1 part of echinacea. And echinacea, just to tell you real quick before we put this one in, I'm going to read to you out of my book here. This is a book that Stephen Berner wrote. This is the natural alternatives for the drug-resistant antibiotics. Now, I think a lot of the doctors that are out there are doing really good as far as being more cautious about writing an antibiotic right off the bat. But you do still have some of those that will write an antibiotic very easily. But echinacea is one of those herbs that is a alternative to getting on a regular antibiotic. And I didn't put a lot in there. You can judge for yourself how you feel. But it's an antiviral and it's an antibacterial. It has activities in there that will help you either way you go. Because if you have an antiviral something going on, you just have to kind of wait it out. If it's an antibacterial thing that's going on inside of you, this will help fight off the antibacterial thing that's going on inside of you. So there are, way back in the Indian days, Indians taught the old cowboys to use the root, the leaves, and the flowers how beneficial they were in teas. And I don't know if they had tinctures, but they possibly could have had tinctures. But they taught them if they got bit by a snake or anything like that to chew on the root, and that it was like an anti-venom for getting bit with snakes. And they use poultices. They use all kinds of things with the echinacea. Echinacea is very popular and it is very good. And there's been a lot of scientific research as an anti-inflammatory. It is just a good herb all around. And there is a lot of things to read on it. You don't want to use this as a daily herb. You do want to use it and then get off of it. There's a lot of people that like to overuse it, which is not a good idea. So we're going to use 1 part in our recipe here. And the next one that I wanted to talk about was ginger, because ginger is really good. I like it for its antispasmodic. I use it in a lot. And another reason why I'm going to use it in this one is because it synergizes. It's a synergy. It pulls things together, and it's increasing the action of all the other herbs. That's really makes it more the reason that I like it, because anytime you have one herb that will increase the action of all the other herbs, I mean, that's just like a powerhouse herb. And I knew I loved ginger, but I didn't know, like, it seems like every single month that I study it, I learned something better, and I learned something new about ginger. Not only do I love the smell of ginger, love the taste of ginger, which not all herbs do you enjoy the taste and the flavor, but when you do come across an herb that you do love the taste and you do love the aroma and the flavor and everything, it just makes it that much better. I mean, I know that's not proper English, but it just makes it better. And it's just a wonderful herb. It's a stimulating herb. So this time of year, you really want to enjoy it. It's good for nausea. It's good for stomach aches. So like if you got the flu and you're not really wanting to eat or something like that, the stomach flu, it will help your nausea. It will help your vomiting. It will help all that. If you can just get anything, get some ginger tea and get that on your stomach. But we're putting it with this to synergize this, okay? It's good for all kinds of other different ailments that I'm not even going to have the time to go over because we're wanting to get to the rest of the herbs. But I wanted to go over those two with you really quick. Okay, calendula, I'm going to have to put this over to the side because that's getting really hot. Calendula is a really good respiratory herb. It helps get the mucus out, drain all the mucus out. It's good for your skin. It's good for your lymph. When you're maybe getting stagnant in certain areas of your body because you're not moving around and stuff like that. And I'm going to use this, just calls for 1 part, but because my calendula is kind of all clumped up here, I may use just a tad bit more. Yeah, that looks good right there. Sometimes the calendula is kind of all there. Okay. So calendula is really good for the skin, and it's really good to get things moving. And when you have mucus and stuff like that, this is a good respiratory herb. Another good one that's one of my favorite is mullein. And mullein is like the #1 herb that I go to when I have a lung issue. When I breathe in and all in here in my lungs, that's another one where when you take a deep breath, it's good from the top, it's good to the bottom, it's good to keep things moving. You don't want to get things all dried up. You want to get things moving. And I'm going to use 2 parts of mullein. Mullein was one of the top it stays, I think, on top all the time. When you have respiratory issues, allergy issues, mullein stays all the time. Mullein's at the top of the list for every herbalist that I know. Now, some people like to stay dry. They like to keep things dried up, and they may use some other herb to dry up. But when you have things that are just trying to stay moving, that's a good idea to use mullein. Mullein is it's an expectorant. It's an anti everything. I mean, I have used mullein since the beginning of time when I didn't have anything but mullein and peppermint. Mullein and peppermint kept me going, and I can say a lot of words about mullein, but I don't want to get in trouble because I'm on YouTube. But the thing is about mullein, if you don't have any other herb, use mullein and use peppermint. I'm not going to be using peppermint in this because I have other reasons for not using it, but if there is no other resource for you, but just to pick two, I would pick mullein and peppermint. And mullein is just that good of an herb. But we're going to also be using 2 parts of marshmallow. Marshmallow and mullein are very good as far as asthma and respiratory herbs. They are both diuretics. They are both good as far as keeping you, I don't want to say wet, but they're demulcents. Demulcent herbs are very good as far as keeping you, and if you will notice on both of these herbs, they're going to be very nutritive. Very nutritive herbs. You want like a salty herb, you'll taste it when it's out there straight out of the ground. You can taste it. It has flavor, minerals, rich in minerals, and you want something when you're going to drink a tea, you want something that's going to have some sort of nutrient that's good for your bones. This is also why you're going to drink it, because when you sometimes tincture an herb like this, it takes away some of those nutrients. But when you drink it out of a tea, and when you are not really feeling that good, this is going to put all that those vitamins and minerals into your body, and that's what you need. You need to drink an herbal tea that's going to put something back into your body that you greatly need and you want. Okay, so we have mullein, elecampane, marshmallow root, echinacea, ginger. We have everything that we need. Now there's some other herbs that we could put chamomile, which is very relaxing. I'm not going to put chamomile in here, which that's an optional one that you can do. I'm pretty, if I need to sleep, I can put some of that in there. I'm pretty chamomiled out right now, and you can actually put chamomile in there for yourself. Chamomile is very good to help you relax. It's got a lot of things to calm you down, help you breathe really good, help you relax really good. And there's really no reason why you shouldn't be able to put that in there. Right now, I'm just going to blend this up. I'm going to show you what it looks like. You've got your little flowers in there. Right now, I have a lot of, you could put peppermint in here, and you could put chamomile. If you have like a headache, if you're not really feeling good, you can use peppermint essential oil. If you don't want to taste the peppermint, but you could actually put peppermint in here. I wouldn't put but just a half a part to you could put, that's an option to put peppermint in here. But right now, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. And I'm going to turn the camera right back here. This is actually on very low. Put just a tad bit more water in here. Excuse me. I'm just going to put about that much more. And that's about it. And then I'm going to save this for later. Then we're going to let that steep for about 5 minutes. And we're going to have us some good tea. And I actually should have taken some of that out. Some of that Elecampane. So it's going to be kind of strong. But we're going to pour this in a cup and we're going to enjoy our tea. And we're going to put a little honey in there. And we're going to get to feeling better. You can drink this. You can drink this after you strain your herbs off. You can drink this 3 to 5 times a day. This is an adult only tea. I would not give this to a child. But you can actually make mullein and peppermint for a child. Mullein and peppermint. And that is safe for a child to drink. Mullein and peppermint alone, they can drink that probably a whole cup. And you can actually give them a half a cup and then another half a cup. And remember, only no honey under a year old, but you can actually give them a little bit of stevia. And like my granddaughter, she doesn't do anything. She loves stevia. So, but you can sweeten it or not sweeten it. But anyhow, I hope everybody gets to feeling better, or if you're not feeling bad, just remember to drink your elderberry syrup daily, and you can take some capsules of astragalus, ashwagandha. There's all kinds of things to do, and if you're not feeling better, go see your doctor. Okay, everybody, this is Rexanna with Past and Present Herbs. Please like this video and take care of yourself. Y'all have a great day. Okay, bye-bye. See you in the next video.